Why is Intense making an e-bike? I would have to say that Intense has a long history in relations with motocross from day one. Our heritage goes back to our early days as a racing brand, but also back in the day we worked with a lot of motocross racers, one out of proximity, because I'd say a good majority of them actually lived and trained in Southern California. And so, our hearts were not only in mountain bikes, but in motocross. It was kind of a natural progression and interest of mine to bridging that gap a little bit. And so, the journey began with the TAZER to develop that bike and put an intense spin on what performance e-mountain bike should and could be. We did a total of 3 alloy prototypes before we actually moved into the carbon phase of the bike. So the first prototypes, working with getting the suspension kinematics proper so that the bike still had a lively feel on the trail. We're talking an enduro class bike here, so it has to handle really well. We didn't want it to feel heavy and sluggish like a lot of the benchmark bikes we rode. When you turned it downhill, or even just in any trail situation, you didn't know you were riding a bike with e-assist as far as the handling, the way the suspension felt. So that had to be designed in from day one with the kinematics. We knew in the end that we wanted this bike to have was going to be made out of carbon, so it would have a really slick appearance, falling in tune with our design philosophy. But at the same time, we wanted the battery to look integrated, so I think we came out with a unique solution in the middle where the battery can be easily changed out on the trail, but the bike has that really beautiful integrated look that you can achieve with carbon, so we're getting the best of both worlds there. Also, the positioning of the battery, we found that when the battery was positioned high in the frame, the bikes tended to feel top heavy, so it affected the handling a lot. So by moving the battery lower, close to the motor, low center of gravity, really also helped to improve the handling exponentially there. For me, the whole TAZER project is really sparking a sense for adventure on a mountain bike. And it's covering a new territory, kind of what I would say between dual sport motorcycles and performance mountain bikes. And it opened up a whole new area of terrain and a type of riding, but the biggest thing for me is the fun factor. And as soon as the prototypes were ready to start putting them under some of our other riders, when people would come back with the big smile on their face, or the comments of like, "This is the most fun I've had on 2 wheels," that really told me that we were on the right track, and kind of did it for me, that I was achieving my goal with the TAZER project. Yeah, that emotional response from people when they ride the bike.